Remember the pregnant woman who got shot and you had all these people running around saying, how dare they shoot a black pregnant woman because you're accusing her of stealing alcohol and she didn't do that at all. Well, I have the greatest update in the world for you.
I'm responding to this comment because I'm tired of seeing it. So I'm going to read the comment and then I'm going to break down why the comment is a bunch of BS. And of course, it's always the people who don't have a face to the name that is making comments like this. But I've seen this comment at least, I would say 15 times since this story has came out. So for starters, they said she stole from the grocery store. There is no evidence of her stealing anything. So this just goes to show that y'all are so quick to believe negative commentary about black women.
This pregnant black woman, Takaya Young, was shot and killed because they thought she stole some liquor.
They took a 21-year-old pregnant black woman from this earth for allegedly stealing. And to the CEO of Kroger and your employees, you should be disappointed. Shame on you too. You're a multi-million-dollar company with overpriced groceries calling the police on a woman over liquor. I'm more than sure you weren't taking any loss. You already underpay your employees.
All right, let's talk about it. And I'm not here to change your mind because you seem like one of those types that's just pro-police no matter what they do. So let's talk about the facts. Let's take emotion out of it, okay? Let's take the facts out, which is what the police officers do. They take emotion out of it. They don't give a fuck they talking to a human, which is sick to me. But let's do that. Let's take the emotion out. Let's look at the facts. She didn't steal anything. Fact number one. An employee came out the store, okay? An employee is one human, the woman is another. Why is one word being taken over another word? Oh, I know, because one was white and one is black, okay?
The body cam footage of the murder of Takaya Young was released at 10 a.m. today, September 1st, 2023. And I just watched it. I'm not going to be sharing the video on my platform because, quite frankly, I don't feel comfortable showing a video of a black woman being murdered. The body cam footage that I watched lasted about 50 seconds. That's about how long it took for them to take Takaya Young's life and her unborn daughter. After accusing her of stealing, even though they had absolutely no proof except for a worker that had worked at the Kroger.
Not only do racist white people believe the lies told by police, racist white people will then take those lies and spread them everywhere to try to push this false narrative about what takes place when officers murder black people. Takaya Young never tried to run anyone over. The body cam footage clearly shows her driving around the officer, trying to get away from these psychopaths that drew their guns out on her because supposedly she was shoplifting, but they didn't find any shoplifted items in her vehicle. So miss me with this bullshit propaganda and take your comments somewhere else.
This is my problem with all you people that take little bits and pieces of information and you run around on all these different social apps to try to garner some likes, garner some traction, garner some engagement because you're lonely, miserable, and sad in your life. You ultimately need to go around and say, take this with a grain of salt. I know that's an old-timey phrase back from the 1980s, but can we bring that back? Can we bring back taking things with a grain of salt? Because you got all these different examples of things going on in the world. There's little bits of information. Nobody can provide full context. Nobody can give a little bit of an explanation. All people want to do is say, this happened, that happened, and if you disagree, you're the problem. Because how dare you talk about me and my TikTok live stream? How dare you talk about my investigative journalism? I'm working hard to give the people the information because the media doesn't want to talk about it all the time. The media just wants you to understand that the cops did the right thing because they allegedly got hit by a phantom car and nobody saw. Because how could you possibly get in the way of somebody who's trying to flee the scene for being confirmed as of now to be stealing alcohol? And I know it was really a piece of the puzzle, even though she was going to face the consequence of dealing with the police anyway, because all it took was one officer to look to the right and they were going to see that she didn't have tags on her car, so she was going to have to deal with them anyway. It is stupid how many people are so brazen in the things that they say about things they don't have full knowledge about. You currently got that same problem with this bitch that got conked upside her head with a brick. Nobody knows how it happened, but apparently everybody's got a phantom story about somebody giving them information that they can't share because obviously they're the trustworthy person, and always the most trusted source is, please bro, believe me, can we just wait for more information? That's all I'm asking. Just wait. If you wait, you'll get everything you ask for. You don't have to make countless videos and updates about 5-minute things where you spend time recapping it and then give the new information and then waste everybody's time with pointless speculation. You could just wait. You could just wait. You could just wait. I know it's hard. I know people want that instant gratification. I know you want your mystery solved. But once again, I have to stress this. None of you, including me, are journalists. The saddest part is all these people that ran their mouths talking about she didn't steal anything. I can tell you she didn't steal anything. Blah, blah, blah. I know everything because I pretend to be smart. These same people will either A, not get back on these same platforms that they were spouting this nonsense and say, my bad, I got this detail wrong. They'll either not acknowledge it or create some straw man argument to make themselves still look good, even though they look real bad.
Now, let's look at the facts. She didn't steal anything. Fact number one. No. Why would I delete it? I know they have footage of her stealing. I made that video prior to when the witness and other employee came out and said that she didn't steal anything. So I made that video prior to Blenheim Township coming out and releasing that video. Did you know that Blenheim Township released that video the day after her funeral? Yeah. Why? What was the point of that? Like, you keep on steady saying and pushing the fact that you didn't kill her for stealing alcohol, but then you released the video. So why? Was it just to tarnish her name or her memory or try to place the blame back on her or take it away from your officer? I don't know, but it was an ugly move. Like, what was the point of doing that? Like, the day after her funeral, they released that video. So I'm not going to remove it. I still stand by what I said. I don't care how many bottles of alcohol she stole. Did not deserve a life sentence for her, nor for her child. And I will never change my standpoint on that. So I'm not going to delete any of those. If you don't like them, you don't have to look at them, but they're going to stay there.
So at the end of the day, I beg you all, if you even want a little bit of credibility as somebody who talks about trending current topics or irrelevant topics that you want people to pay attention to, all I'm gonna need you to do is before you broadcast it on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, MySpace, Kick, Twitter, all these different places, I'm gonna need you to do one thing. Just wait. If you got some information, put it all together so that you can create a timeline that makes sense and not just some pointless babble known as theory crafting or pointless bullshit speculation. If you would do that, I wouldn't have to constantly call all you people stupid because you didn't take the fucking time to just wait. Maybe a few days, maybe a week, maybe a month. It is not that hard, but y'all treat it that hard. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.